You know I wouldn't wanna bleed in my heart, my mind, and my body.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel now. I wanted to do part 2 live. Part 2, it'll probably be 3 parts. Before I get into it, I'm sorry I didn't go live with you guys. My body is tired, but I still want to get this video out. And just go into the court documents. Now this first part 2 of the court documents is between Tim and Akira. But I did want to get this video out, so I do want to apologize. I've been working 6 days a week, only 1 day off, so my body is really saying, hey girl, get you some rest and some sleep before the next time of your shift. I work overnight, so my body is telling me you need to rest, and I did just that. But I did take the time out to edit this video before I go back to bed. Also, please do not forget, September 27th, email, DM me on all my platforms, some scary stories or paranormal activities you guys have had, and I will share them. If you want to remain anonymous, you can, and I will share them from October 1st to 31st. Now, we're going to get into the part 2. This is the divorce affidavit between Akira and Tim. So, Tim is now with Brene. He has been having, and we're going to get into the confirmation of the affair that Brene was involved in with Tim, and that Tim has had, because it is in the court affidavit. Now, Akira had decided to file for divorce in May, and I believe they've been having some things to take care of over the summer, which is co-parenting things. We're going to get into what all they had to take care of this whole entire summer in court date. Now, she also, around that time and the end of May, filed for divorce, not only from Tim, but also she filed a lawsuit against Brene. Now, we're going to look into this affidavit right here. It says Akira versus Timothy Montague. The plaintiff complaining of the defendant alleged and says the plaintiff is a citizen resident of Durham County, North Carolina, and had been for 6 months preceding said date of this complaint. I'm sorry, guys. Defendant is a citizen resident of Pinck County, North Carolina. He has been a resident of Pinck County for 6 months. The parties have been married and are biological parents to their child that they share together, which was born June 10th of 2019, and their daughter July 2nd, 2021. North Carolina is the home state of the children, and this is available state of North Carolina. Substantial evidence concerning to the protection, training, and personal relationships of the minor children. Neither the plaintiff defendant can participate as part of litigation concerning the custody of their minor children in this or any other state. Neither the plaintiff nor the defendant for any information of the custody. So basically, they both have some rights to the children. But from the first part, now this is the second part, she did do child custody, child support, and post-separation support and attorney fees. Now, before she turned this in, she did not want to do the child support and post-separation fee, but we're going to get into a lot more things. It said the plaintiff is entitled to an order obligation, defendant to pay child support for the minor children. Because the defendant has failed to pay support or acquitted support in the past. This is why she decided to go ahead and ask for child support. Akira probably asked for things and Suntet saying, hey, they can make an agreement for the children. And then when he tried to take the children, have Brene to take the kids and run off at the time, this is why it was substantially that she has asked for spousal support and child support. And she probably had to do these things so she can, in order to get her children from Tim, because he is the father, okay? So I want you guys to know that. And it says defendant has been able to body petition capable of providing child support through all the times relevant to this action. Plaintiff relays incorporates by reference from allegations allegiances, in paragraph 1 through 7. During the marriage, the plaintiff was a dependent spouse as defined by the North Carolina General State, who is actually substantially dependent upon defendant for her maintenance and support. Plaintiff is substantially in need of maintenance and support from the defendant. Plaintiff does not have adequate resources and funds to meet her reasonable needs, and the defendant has the ability to pay funds to the dependent spouse to assist her in meeting reasonable needs. Throughout the course of their marriage, plaintiff has been substantially marital dependent, meaning dependent on the husband. She depended on the defendant. Okay, now this is where it gets crazy. It says plaintiff is entitled to award a post-separation support based upon the financial needs of parties, considering the parties' accustomed standard of living, the present employment income, and other recurring earnings of the defendant party. So he had to turn in everything that he owned to her lawyer, to his lawyer, to give to her lawyer. Now they're saying in the course of the marriage that she was faithful and spouse devoting her energies, attention to the maintenance of the parties' marriage and the care of the children. Okay, the relative earnings that basically they want all his earnings, money. If he has money from Renee, they want that. Like, she's getting them to comb into what is needed in actual to get the spousal and child support from Tim. Now, in the documents, what really came to it, you guys can pause and read, because they're asking for emotional conditions of the spouses, the standard of living. She want to keep up how she was living when she was with Tim, which is absolute right. So now, basically, in North Carolina, she will be rewarded that they're saying that she could possibly be rewarded for having that spousal support, and not only spousal support, child support. You're sitting with somebody that making millions off of TikTok. You cheated on me and left me. And should be some spousal and child support I should get, okay? The amount of sources of earned and unearned income of both spouses. So she has to turn in her paperwork as well. And also said on January 12, 2024, plaintiff discovered a video of the defendant with plaintiff's friend Brene Kenner, third party, talking about its act that happened between third party and defendant. Defendant then proceed to leave plaintiff and minor children on or around March 2024 and moved in with the third party. Defendant was able to purchase gifts for the third party before the date of separation. Defendant also regularly took the third party out to eat, shopping during the course of their marriage before the date of separation. Defendant also was apartment shopping with the third party before the date of separation. So basically, Akira said and confirmed in court documents of what Devin said of their breakups and what he was proceeding to do. Around that time, she did try to take the kids and bring them to Tim, and Tim did not want to return the kids at that time. Yes. She just now confirmed everything in these court documents. Now, we know in North Carolina, if you are cheating and you are the third party, you do get sued, and she could be rewarded for everything. So there is a video, you guys, but let's continue. It says plaintiff and defendant were still living in the marital home, and plaintiff had no knowledge of the third party being intimate with her husband. Defended pictures and videos of other minor children and posted them on social media with third party Brene Kenner. Plaintiff and third party have been friends since 2022. She is now in a relationship with the defendant. Plaintiff is under the impression that the affair began on or around December 2023. A plaintiff dropped out of school twice to support his career and raise their minor children. Defendant was in college at Barton College, and plaintiff did not pursue her educational opportunities because of defendant. Plaintiff tried to enroll in school, and defendant did not want to support her in educational endeavors. I'm sorry, y'all. As a result of defendant's actions with the third party, plaintiff fell out of school because of the emotional stress. Plaintiff in need of post-separation and alimony. Plaintiff 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 have initiated this action in good faith and does not pursue the resources which to pay the quote. Oh, he gonna have to pay her. He does. I'm gonna tell you why. She paid for him to go to school and helped him, and he. Oh yeah. Let's move forward. So the defendant actions were the sole actual and proximate came from the plaintiff having to incur. So basically, the plaintiff said, I want all this stuff sent to my people. It's a pray for relief. Basically saying what she wants him to pay, things like that. She's sending her income. He sends in her income. He talks to her lawyer. She talks to his lawyer. And this was filed May 7th. Now, this is all, I guess she had a change of heart with the spousal and child support. Now, here's the paperwork saying that basically she is a plaintiff and she's foregoing the action for divorce with spousal support, child support, and, custody of the children. That's what she wants. That's how she wants it. She changed her mind. I don't know what happened. I don't know what transpired. I think things were starting to come out and she felt like she was being played with around that time when she asked for things for the children. I think this came about when he sat here, you guys can pause to read the rest, but this is all the things, action, child support, things that had to be done. I blocked out their addresses. But when he sat there, allegedly, and people were saying that Brene picked them kids up from the hospital and took them to Tim and just ran off with the kids and all of that, I think that's when Akira had enough. And Akira said, hey, I'm not going to play these games with you. You're not going to have my child around her. If she wants kids, she need to have them. And that's when the post came that how can you be a stepmother and you're just a girlfriend? I mean, I agree because we got Jasmine Brown around here running around telling my children, girl, you is a girlfriend. But that's neither here nor there, okay? So then this is what was set up. They was going to have a court hearing on Thursday. They didn't know what date on Thursday at 11 a.m. This is what court proceedings before they sat here and filled it out and said what the court date was, but they knew it was going to be on the Thursday. I mean, they do ask these things. Court probably already set up. They didn't know what Thursday, but they knew it was going to be a Thursday with a judge. And we're going to get into what the judge ordered for them both. Now, I have not, since I pulled this up, I think they're still going through the litigation process and everything they have to do because I haven't seen an update. I do know that she has court. That's why I say it's going to be a part 3 because I have to get that court document. Her and Brene have been going to court for the lawsuit. I think her lawsuit will be granted before the divorce. I have a feeling why. And I think it's the same thing that happened to Fantasia. Fantasia had to pay and then he went back, okay? The baby father went back. But at first, Akira did ask for, this was her complaint. She said she was a plaintiff. She said she wanted initial appearance in the case. And she also was asking for full custody. She asked for full custody of the children. Now, I don't know why they're not for this divorce with judges. I guess because the children are involved, they see the amounts. Maybe Tim hasn't turned in financial records. Maybe he didn't turn in everything. Maybe they're still waiting on Akira financial records. I don't know. But usually I do know that they are in the lawsuit right now in court for the lawsuit. Now it says, this is where she filed for all those things. It says, I am the plaintiff. I attached the complaint, a newly filed action matter. So she filed a new action matter and she didn't need an interpreter, but the new action matter this time was child support, full custody, and spousal support. That was her complaint at first. Remember, I just showed y'all it was just custody. Honey went back to her lawyer say, no. This and this is going on. This is what do I need to do? She spoke with her legal counsel, which is her lawyer, and her lawyer said, hey, and her lawyer notarized it, everything. She said, hey, no, baby, you're going to do spousal support. You can go ahead and do child support. If he's doing this and doing that, she probably just found out he took the girl shopping, and then Brene is putting this on TikTok. So she's saying, okay, well, since he's doing that and I'm not getting the support I need for my children, I'm making phone calls he's not picking up to make her happy. I need to do what I have to do, and she did just that. Now, this is the family court, and it says the judge assigned is K. Jones, temporary custody, and a post, support for the children, separation support. They have to do a custody mediation, and they're going to have the conference, and they're going to have a time and a date. So this was back in June. So I'm not sure if they're still going through mediation, but he does have to pay the post-spousal or child support. I think it is the spousal or child support with the post-separation support. I think it does get that. And Akira has temporary custody of the children. And that's just what it is. She has temporary. I'm sorry to say it. I feel like Tim is finna go down a slope of you should have did whatever you had to do to keep it. It was cheaper to keep her. And now you finna pay more just to keep her, to have her and the children needs met. While you're taking Brene shopping, you're taking her out to eat, you're paying for the apartment. Y'all doing all these things together. Akira just had your child. She went through a postpartum depression. You know, postpartum depression lasts for a minute for some women. What I find funny was they saying Tim's mother and Brene's mother were sitting here accusing Akira here and blaming Akira for everything. Here's my thing. As a woman, you should never blame Akira for anything. If your daughter 304, she's 304. Now, allegedly, word on the street is that their twin sister baby might be Tim's. And I feel like Akira say, hey, you sleeping with her sister, you sleeping with her. Y'all all in the family. I don't want to do it. I want to do whatever I can for my kids and me and move on. Akira has been living fabulous and highlights. So Akira hasn't been on social media. So that's how I know they're probably going through court right now for the lawsuit. And not only the lawsuit, we're going to get into that next week. And they're going through the court for the child support and spousal support right now in terms of she got a lot going on. She got to go sit here and do mediation with him for the children. Figure out what's best for the children. Now, the mediation probably go, hey, you do this, I do this. However, they can come up to an agreement. If they can't come up to an agreement, Tim is going to have to come out with more money than he can, and he can't keep that lifestyle with Brene. And Brene ain't going to be able to keep that lifestyle either. She's going to keep doing them nails for $1 million. Akira is not wrong. Akira doing right. And for Akira to have the support from her mother, honey, I gotta read y'all what her mother said. Hold on, this what I find funny. We gonna get into it. Shout out to Akira's mother. Now this is what she said. I found was so funny. She said, this is what she said. Hold on, let me find it. She said, hold on. I have watched you grow into this amazing, strong woman. I have watched you handle things way better than I could have or would have. You have continued to pray, held your head high, and remained classy at all times. I chuckle and say to myself, someone raised you right. So she sent some shots because they were sending shots to her daughter. And shout out to Miss Vanita. Listen, she raised her right. She did. Because a lot of women would have folded. A lot of women, she raised her to do the right thing. Her mother is a lawyer. Her mother and I, she's doing right. No shade to the other moms. But if you're going to blame somebody, you need to blame yourself and you need to blame your children. If you raise them right, you can, as a mother, you can raise the way you want to go, but you do need to hold your children accountable. Hey, my child messed up by sleeping with this person, and I pray that girl is okay. But I can't blame everything on this woman because I know my son had to drag her up that point. Brene sitting here talking about Devin mama didn't do nothing. Seem like Tim mama ain't gonna do a darn thing. I hate to tell you. And Brene mama should have said, you know what? I don't know where my child get this from. I don't know where it stems from. But I do pray for her and I pray for the other girl that they can make some amends and this is what it is and everything works out in their favor. And take some accountability. Have your child take accountability that I know she needs to because obviously her saying stuff like this, very boring. My boyfriend's just like her though. She never liked that girl. She was under her to get back at Tim because she wanted Tim back and she didn't care for Akira. She just made it look like they could be friends so she could slither her way on in to go sleep with her man. And that's exactly what she did. And I hope Brene knows that if Tim does divorce her, you will not be chosen. When a divorced man, you won't be chosen. You're not going to be that one to step up and get that ring. So you really finna play yourself because guess what? He's going to go out there and realize he want to sow his oats and be with other women and figure out either he's going to figure out what the hell or what he did wrong or he's going to figure out and blame you or he's going to sit here and figure out like, maybe I need to be with somebody else because this is not where it's at. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me on all social media platforms. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I'm going to go get some rest. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Later.